forget it. I didn't mean to put this on. I mean, it just went on by itself. It just come up. Oh, no, I did Command I because I was trying to get the thing in italics. I thought I could use a shortcut, which normally would work, but instead it put me out and like, oh, open this. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's backwards. Oh, yes, you see, when I think, okay, I'm thinking about turning toward the man in the hat. He's over there, right? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's because the camera is facing this way, and any person with any ability to override Steve Jobs' craziness, Why? Did they never fix this? All it is a software thing. It should be turned around. This is the FaceTime HD camera. This is an iMovie. It's a standard. It's been going on forever. Same thing in QuickTime. It's like my hands are going the opposite way because the monitor is backwards. And Apple, you can't fix that? And why did it take until Steve Jobs was dead to be able to resize Windows from all four corners and all four sides like Windows had forever? But we can't copy Windows. Anything that Windows has can't be better than what we have. I have a little beef with you, ghost of Steve Jobs, who still is there. And I'm sure you haunt the place, because that was your problem. You were a genius, a fucking friggin' genius. And then you had to become a god. That's a problem. You fucked up. You have undermined your whole revolutionary self because you became God. And I think he more so than Michael Milken. Why? Michael Milken. He was Ivan Boesky, right? And Michael Milken. These were the big fraud. They stole hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like, so isn't that what people do? And then they go to jail for a while, and then they come out and they've got all their property. They paid everybody off. It did cost a lot. It did cost a lot to get caught. I mean, it was shit. Lot. Millions, tens of millions of dollars it cost me to get caught. It was a real, this whole thing sure been a lesson to me, sir, I won't do this. I won't make the same stupid mistakes I made before. I mean, might as well go legit because that's where the big money is anyway, We live in a world run by gangsters, and we need to learn how to gang up on them, and we can, because the gang of the good any gang of good is more powerful than an equivalently organized, size and money behind it and everything. If we could just organize ourselves, we are infinitely more powerful than the gangs who are organized based on bad money, power, those things. We have it. We all have it inside ourselves, as Gandhi said. We want the world to be better. Make it better we can't change anybody else. We might have influence over other people through our modeling mainly, or just through our thinking and engaging people, dialoguing with people, working with people, saying hello to people on the street. Yeah, this place that I'm in, these people are retarded. They're socially retarded. Extremely. They're good at putting on airs, but in terms of connecting with people in this town, Vika, which is better, by the way, than Sumka. I mean, forget those people. And then the Ubilam people. Ubilam, is that 27-mile long stretch that's got people like this retired basketball player. I mean, he's 7 feet tall. He's got these two monster dogs, and he's afraid of my little Freya pooper. My skunk boobies. I mean, this guy grew up in the Bronx, and he'd be good. He belongs in the Bronx. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Bronx. I prefer Brooklyn. Brooklyn's my place. Brooklyn is an amazing place, and I know there are places in the Bronx that are just wonderful places. Wonderful. And why? Because they have people. And why? Well, just about people. Who cares? People who actually, a lot of these are people who have come to this place to make a better life, or they're descendants of people like that. That's more likely. People in the Bronx, for the most part, are not the new immigrants, although there's some pockets, yeah, sure. Yeah, the Bronx is this very dynamic place. I mean, in the 60s and 70s, it got burned down. Insure and burn. That's a verb. It was put in there by. It was on the insistence of V.S. Naipaul, who, because he was a Nobel laureate in literature, when he went to go Merriam or was it Webster? I forget who he went to, but I mean, they talked to each other, Merriam and Webster, and he said, "Look, you gotta admit that people like the guy, Mr. Biswas, and his friends, the guy who always knew what to do, he always made money. That's the other guy. I mean, it's a real shyster. I wouldn't trust him, certainly with my wife. Oh my God, or anything else for that matter. I know he's a good guy. In some ways, he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He seems to always be scheming, And so anyway, I mean, part of the way he's made his money, and he tells me, he just says, just do it, just insure and burn. I mean, it's one word, insure and burn. Take out a big insurance policy. I'm sorry, I'm just saying this for those of you for whom English is not your first language. So it would be hard to understand what the three words I'm saying. Insure, take out a big insurance policy on the house or build whatever. And then pay some guy to go in and be, say you could live there for a while. And, oh, by the way, why don't you... We really need to, soak the whole floor of this building with gasoline. It's just part of cleaning it up, And so, just soak the whole floor with gasoline. And, oh, here's some drugs. Really, I mean, they're the kind of drugs that make you go, Lupa, well, what planet am I on? Oh, so they're really fun. Take these drugs. After you've done this with the gasoline all over the floor, you take some drugs. And then I'm going to send you in some of the best cigars you've ever had. Cuban. Well, they say they're Cuban, I don't know. I mean, they cost $1.25 each, And you're going to get these cigars, and we're going to give you those matches, the big wooden matches, strike anywhere matches. And then you could, on the floor, that's the way we ought to do it. I mean, Fidel and I, call me Che, I just got distracted. What the hell am I talking about? Who am I? Where am I? Oh, I'm in Dika. And then at Starbucks, and people are not looking at me. They just think I'm crazy, which is so nice about being here. They don't worry about it. They don't think I got to call the police. They just think, that guy's crazy. Leave him be, It's great. As Tony the Tiger would say, about Frosted Flakes. I think about that a lot. I don't like Frosted Flakes. I like cornflakes. They're much better. And all that sugar. What? I mean, sugar. Sugar, more deadly than heroin. Yes. Well, that's what I read in the journal of psychedelic drugs. A scholarly journal, by the way. It was a peer-reviewed scholarly journal. This was about 1975 when I worked in the current periodicals room at the University of Delaware. And, I kind of found interesting. I met a very interesting guy who had all sorts of theories about the world. And he was a smart guy. I mean, I'm sure he's still thinking about those same theories. Inside the prison of his conspiracy ideas, And, I feel that there's one person that I care about in this world in terms of being honest. There's only one person that I really care about. And the only reason I really care about him versus anybody else is that he could actually do something about himself. He's got that power. Like we all have that power. We could all do it, We can do it. We could take care of ourselves. And we could be honest. And we could do the right thing. Not always. I mean, when nobody's perfect, but we can try. That's all we need to do is just try. Seriously, sincerely, with our hearts, and listen to our hearts, and do what we believe is right. That's it. I gotta stop. Oh my God, almost 10 minutes. I was talking like it. Stop talking. I know, I've got my little getting too detailed guys going, you're talking too much. It's time to stop. It's past 10 minutes. Stop it.